And the next day, a rather nice man from the British Embassy found me. It gave me 24 hours to get out of the country.
And the kind of ship you were on?
And I was put on a Japanese ship.
Right.
Which was the first one that sailed, and I went to California.
L.A. I believe the last time you were there...
I haven't been there for... Well, I went last year to make a picture there, but I haven't lived there for 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
But it was marvelous then. It was really great. And when I said, because there was no television, don't be insulted.
Insulted? Television fucking sucks.
The reason it was great was that the only way into the business, was by being an extra. Because there was no television, there was no showcase, you see. And all of the extras were would-be stars. I'm rather hot. Can I take my tie?
Off, take it, remove, fuck.
And they were all of us were would-be stars, and most of us started that way.
And then she did a marvelous thing, an unforgettable thing. She said, "You have a weakness here." And she took her little finger and she said, "I think you've got a little too strong an idea of the importance of action. It's funny. I must have shown some sort of shyness or something in Beetlebrothers." And she said, "You have a weakness here. Remember that." Well, something made me slap on all that putty all over my face for years and years afterwards, didn't it?
But wait a minute. The 5 years you're talking about is for doing something illegal in the eyes of the court system, right?
No, sir. It's not illegal in the court system to not take the step if your grounds are justifiable and you can prove it.
Yeah, but you couldn't prove it.
Here's what I was getting to say that makes a black man hot, if you understand. Our first wife I had to divorce. This is before the draft come up because she wouldn't wear dresses long. I think you remember this. This was headline news. It cost me $250,000. I'm paying $1,200 a month now in alimony. I paid $96,000 in lawyers' fees. Now, if this is not sincerity, I don't know what.
John, I'm very interested in knowing about inspiration and where you get yours. I mean, is it just being a Beatle? Is it your everyday life? Is it situations like being asked to be at the Lord Mayor's reception?
Well, I wouldn't use the whole thing like the Lord Mayor's reception, but I could use one or two things that people at that would say, or just somebody the way they looked. If somebody looked a bit funny to me, well, I could imagine them only not there, somewhere else, and write about them in a completely different situation.
May I ask about your drawing and your watercolors? How important is that to you?
As usual, I wanted to be the wrong one. I wanted to be a painter, which I was lousy at. The only thing I could do was this kind of work. But I insisted on taking painting.
But honestly, John, some of your drawings really make it seem like you're obsessed with abnormalities.
Yeah, well, my earlier drawings when I was about 18 and 19 were really abnormal, you see. So I think they're quite normal. They might look abnormal now, but they're not. They're quite clean and fresh, I thought.
But are you naturally skeptical of people at this point?
Probably, yeah.
Do you think people underestimate you?
Yeah, I think they did for quite a time, but now they expect more. I mean, so some press conferences, they'll just come in and sit down and wait for us to be witty about nothing. But they won't even talk sometimes. They think we're going to give a show. So it's not all roses.
Roses? Do you meet the kind of people that you would like to meet?
You don't always. Of course you don't. Well, you don't, do you? No, but I mean, we occasionally do. We've got friends of ours, and so friends are the people you like to meet. Works, doesn't it? So, we meet our friends. sounds a bit daft, we meet our friends, but that's true. We do get to meet the people we want to meet, and we meet people like this that we like. We get to know them. If there's anyone we especially like, we'll always sort of make arrangements to see them again, sort of thing.
Hey, Paul, has this ever happened to you? I had this weird dream last night, and I couldn't get this tune out of my head. It goes like this.